So there's some point where you'll make that switch. Okay. So at that point where you make that switch, basically you're saying, you know what, that $500 when it happens down the road is not worth to me as much as $450 is right now. So again, this is a really common finding. It's called delayed discounting. We tend to discount. We do not value things as much when they happen in the future. Does anyone have any questions to this point?
We can't see where we're going now.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah, please. 16 weeks. I forgot how many I had up there. Okay. So there's some of the issues with diet. The reinforcing effects of unhealthy foods, they happen really quickly. They're oftentimes more powerful than the reinforcing effects of healthy foods, you know, a bowl of oats. The delayed consequences that are aversive, they don't control so much behavior because of the delay. Okay. Similar problems with exercise. The consequences at the start of the exercise program are oftentimes weakly reinforcing or even punishing. Okay? Does it feel good? Not always when you start, right? I just dealt with this. I was running pretty well through the summer and the fall, and well, our weather wasn't really conducive for getting out and running, and so I stopped maybe mid-November, and I just tried again starting last week. Ouch. You know, I was out of breath, it hurt. It was no fun. So where were those wonderful feelings that came from exercise? Well, they weren't there. You know, the immediate effects were rather punishing. Okay? But if you keep it up, you do start seeing a difference in the way your body looks. You do start feeling a difference, okay, in the way, in your strength, in your flexibility, and catching your breath, etc. How well you sleep, your stress levels. But that doesn't happen right away. Again, these things are delayed, and then those delays weaken. So another thought experiment. What if these consequences of exercise were immediate? How easy would that be? Okay? If I had a barbell and went like this and I saw my bicep going, look at that. You know, or as you're running, you can just keep your hands on your gut, yeah, and just feel it going down. We wouldn't be here, right? We wouldn't be having this conversation. It'd be easy. Okay? Well, those are real effects of exercise, but they're small and they're delayed. Okay. Okay. So we attempt to bridge these delays with language. We talk about it. We say, if I keep eating right, well, I will lose weight. I will have less chance of having diabetes or rectal cancer or something horrible like that, and my life will be better. Okay? Well, you all know that, right? And we also talk about willpower. We just need our willpower to keep doing this. It doesn't really seem to work that well either. So we can be really intellectually aware of these things, but that's not nearly enough. Okay? Our wonderful verbal intelligence doesn't overcome our basic biology, unfortunately. We like to put ourselves up on a pedestal, but you know, it's hard to get away from those effects of those reinforcers. So I would argue that what one needs to do is really make some changes, not just inside here, but outside in your environment. Okay? We've got some things going against us in terms of delays. So therefore, we've got to change what we're encountering on a day-to-day basis. Okay? So my advice would be to arrange contrived reinforcers, things that just don't normally happen without us going out there and planning them. Okay? And as I'll mention in a few minutes, I think this Get Fit Challenge, whoever did it really knows what they're doing. Whoever designed this, because there's a lot of contrived reinforcers that are involved. Social reinforcers. This is huge. Okay? Here's something we can deliver immediately to someone else or seek it out. Hey, I'm running today. That's great. Well, that can happen right after I did it. Okay? I think I'm going to go down in the basement and lift some weights. Way to go. Okay? You know, maybe I'll have the whole wheat bagel instead of the donut. Okay? Well, some social reinforcers, those can be immediate. Okay? So, seek them out. I think the wonderful thing about the challenge is that it is a social event. There are groups and there's encouragement. And those things can help bridge those delays. Absolutely. Data. Another thing about the challenge that looks great to me is tracking points. The points, those are contrived reinforcement. Okay. Now I didn't sign up for the challenge. Not that I don't believe I can improve my fitness. I just kind of already have my own routines, and I'm kind of a geek when it comes to data, and I already do take data on myself. I'll show you a slide on that in a bit. Access to tangibles, I'm going to hold off on that till the end, but you can go ahead. I'll show you some of my data. This is from the last couple weeks. I thought, well, maybe I'm giving this talk about being healthy. Maybe I'll kick it up a bit in terms of my exercise. So this is something you can do immediately too. Okay, so you don't have to, put it to a computer like I do. That's really geeky. But if I go out and exercise, I come in and I log it in. I see cumulative hours of exercise. Okay, that's something I can do right after, and cool, look at that, it's going up. It's tangible, it's real, it's right there, it's immediate. I also keep track of my weight, and I've got some little calipers for my relative body fat, and you can just see things change over time, okay? And you don't have to wait so much to have some sort of change that you can see. So, is it huge? No, but in combination with some other social reinforcers, it can make a big difference. I grabbed this off of MCLA's webpage. I'm not sure if it's up there now. I couldn't really find it. They changed our whole web. I don't know if you're lost as I am with their new webpage. I don't know where anything is anymore. But this is where it was last time. In this description of the Lighten Up and Get Fit Challenge, and the stuff that's in red and underlined, I actually changed the font to things that I noticed about this. Accrue points, raffles and prizes, and data, and the challenge tracker to track time spent. Whoever did this knew what they were doing, right? All these more immediate contrived reinforcers. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. So I was pretty impressed. I'm really cynical for those who know me. I love to criticize. So I was all set to say this isn't going to work for me. But I looked and said, wow, this someone knows their stuff. This is great. Okay.